I left the door open early because I wanted the ladies with the heavy ankles to be able to get in and get upstairs and get a seat. No, that's fine. No, I let them come in early. You know, because they'd be struggling with the stairs and stuff, and so I didn't want them bogging down the elevator. So I wanted to give them a little extra few minutes. All the ladies with the heavy ankles, we're going to start opening the doors about 10 minutes early. Heavy ankles only. Hey girl, hey. What's up, Christina? I'm glad you got your shirt today. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I don't know if Marika is in here yet. What's up, Tracy? I don't know if Marika is in here yet, but she's texting me on my device right now because she did not order a Hey Girl Hey, and she is worrying the shit out of me, talking about, oh my God, I love this shirt. Oh my God, why didn't I order this? Oh my God, why didn't you order some extra ones for people who didn't order? Well, girl, why I got to order the extra ones if y'all can just go and order them yourselves? I don't understand that. So if you ordered a Hey Girl Hey and you're gonna have it blinged out by Marika, she has them. She's gonna bling those out. You have to find out from her what her turnaround time is, but she should have them done, I'm sure, in the next couple of days, and then she'll get them to you. I can't wait to see them with the bling on them, like the hoodie and the t-shirts that I have. So I'm gonna get all mine done. What's up, Cornelia? Hey girl, hey. What's up, Carmen? Hey girl, hey. Let me go to the beginning because I know I missed some people and I know some of y'all be a little sensitive. What's up, Rochelle? Hey girl, hey. What's up, Michael Stratton? What's up, Zanny? What's up, Raphael? What's up, Rochelle? I'm glad you got your shirt. Carolina. Rochelle said her feet tied. Yes, going upstairs. Well, no, we got seats down here. We filling up quickly, though. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Darius? What's up, Theo? Theo, did you get your greeting cards? Why am I shortening this man's name like I know him? Theodore. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Shakika? What's up, Amy? Did I say Amy already? Okay, so I forgot that listen, I didn't forget. I just, put it to the side momentarily. But all of the smokers, Sandra, Amy, your deadline is coming up. What is today's date? Today is the 19th. Sandra, you have 5 more days to be smoking. 5. Not business days, 5 days until the 24th. And then you have to come up off them cigarettes. Everybody else, you have until the 31st to come up off them cigarettes. I didn't forget. Come up off them cigarettes. What's up, Tracy Ruff Bailey? Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Wisdom? I always love that name, Samaj. God, that's a nice name. What's up, Tanya Johnson? Evie, hey, girl. Hey. Cynthia Simpson, hey, girl. Hey. Veronia. Oh, you saw me on the Queen's Court, Veronia? Hey, girl, hey. I just got off the phone with FaceTime with T.S. Madison. She swear I work for her. So their podcast is number 3 in comedy. It's number 3 on iTunes, or number 3, period, in comedy. And so I shared with you guys that I do the editing for their podcast, and I put the sound effects and shit in there like I do on mine. I'm like, girl, I only agreed to do the editing. She got me on conference calls tomorrow. I'm like, girl, I'm running a business of my own. Hey, girl, hey, what's up, Bianca? What's up, Rochelle? The Don't Get Gathered shirts are available. See, don't wait like Marika. She got, she's blinging out the shirts, and so she got them, and now she want a Hey, girl, hey. And that order has already closed. But I'm going to do another Hey Girl Hey order. I don't know when, but not yet. I'm going to do another one because I know Teresa up in Brooklyn, she wants one, a Hey Girl Hey. And now Marika wants one. But the Don't Get Gathered shirts, they're out there. Multiple colors. Excuse me. I'm going to get one of those as well. I'm going to have Marika bling it out because I want you to be able to see all of them blinged out. What's up, Trina Bolden? She late. Yeah, I was here early, Trina, and I had opened the doors early for the women with the heavy ankles. Not just women, because there's some heavy men in here, too. We're not going to discriminate. Okay? So I got in here a few minutes early because I wanted, folk to be able to get in and get upstairs comfortably and not be rushing trying to get upstairs, because somebody hurt their knee the last time trying to get upstairs. I think somebody fell on the staircase. And, we don't have insurance right now because we're trying to get to this new building. So I just don't see the need in increasing the insurance over here because, we're going to a new building. So all funds need to be gathered so we can, get over to this new location. So we're going to need somebody to get here early, somebody trustworthy. We're going to need somebody trustworthy to get here about 5-7 minutes early to let the doors open for the women, the people, I should say. I don't know why I keep saying women but for the people with heavy ankles. We need somebody early. Do we have any volunteers that can get here? We need somebody reliable. No, we need somebody with a car. A reliable car. What year is your car? Yeah, your car is too old. Do we have somebody who has a car that's no older than about 7 to 10 years old? That can get here early? Okay, so we're going to need you to come here like 5 to 7 minutes early so you can open up the doors for the ladies, get the popcorn machine going, because even though they got these heavy ankles, they pop in popcorn and, and all kinds of shit. Oh, Cornelia, I keep forgetting to read your email. Cornelia, I've been so busy. I have not forgotten. I have forgotten your email. I just keep forgetting to go back to read it. I'm so sorry. So at the end of this video, Cornelia, send me an inbox message and I will go in there. See, what happened was I opened it, and so there's no notification there anymore, so I keep forgetting. But go on there, send me a notification, and then I'll have it so when I come up here, I can read it and actually respond to it. I am so sorry. What's up, Samaj? I'm well. How are you? What's up, Christy? Hey, girl. Hey. What's up, Aaron? Look, let me talk about that Uber. Let me put that on my list. I'll put that at the top of the list because we're going to spend just a few moments on that because I got a list of shit over here to talk about. Okay? Awesome, Veronia. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you ordering for you and your mom. I really, really do. Thank you so much. Thank you, Raphael. I appreciate that. Oh, that's right. Theodore, you're in Hawaii, so it's only 4 o'clock. It's coming. And if it ain't there today, you let me know, because I told him I wanted it to be there today. What's up, Gail Keith? Hey, girl, hey. All right, is everybody in here? Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Lynn? Miss Lynn Wolf. Demarius. Carter. Kay Carter. What's up, Tiffany Smith Bell? Hey, girl. Hey. LaShayla, I saw your shout-outs on T.S. Madison's. Thank you so much for all of you that went in there. Drop the link for CraigTheWriterStewart.com. For all of you that went in there and typed the name of the books. For all of you that went in there and just, tag me. Like, I appreciate it. So I got a bunch of followers today, so we're going to go ahead and turn them over into some sales. Amen. Hey, girl. Hey, what's up, Rochelle Reed? Shauna. This water is good. Kenyatta. This water is good. Okay, yes, we're full downstairs. Darius, please rope off downstairs. Rope it off. We're full downstairs. Everybody else needs to go upstairs. Thank you, Teresa, for tagging and doing all of that in T.S. Madison's. I appreciate that. So, Shakika, now you want a Hey Girl Hey too? I don't know why y'all wait to the last minute. So we'll do another Hey Girl Hey run. I'm not sure when I'm going to do it yet. But I know Teresa wants one, Marika wants one, and Shakika saying she wants one. Hey, Alicia. Hey, girl, hey. Yes, the link for the gathered hoodies is in there. That link that says don't get gathered, that's for hoodies, T-shirts, V-necks, long sleeve scoop necks. And also the So Much to Say podcast one is in there as well. So the link for the So Much to Say podcast with the Good Day Thinkers, Thought Leaders on the back. The Cash App link is there. Not link, but my ID if you're going to order books or greeting cards. Okay, so we're done with housekeeping, right? We're done with housekeeping. A hey girl, hey weekend. Tanika. Hey girl, hey. Yeah, yes, Tynese. Girl, I had to think of your name. I'm looking at B more Ty. Yeah, you're late. We come on at 9 o'clock, and starting now, since it's the winter months, we're going to open the door. We have a volunteer that's going to, I don't know this lady's name right here. She's going to volunteer to be here 5 to 7 minutes early to open up the doors for the ladies and men with heavy ankles. So, because it just takes too much time to herd those people in here. Catch the word herd. It just takes too much time to usher in the people with challenged ankles and knees, right? So that's what we're going to do. And plus it's winter time too. So, we don't want to have people standing outside. Yeah, the new building is going to have an elevator. We have an elevator here. You just can't have 3 of you with heavy ankles getting on there. It can only hold 1 person with heavy ankles and 2 small people. Or, a few small people. But, you can't have too many heavy ankles on at one time. Della, hey girl, hey. What's up, Tammy Russell? Are we done with housekeeping? Because I got some things to talk about. Are we done? Gail, I don't know if you got to go upstairs or not, Gail. Was Gail in here on time to get a seat downstairs? What's up, Tanya Hart? Hey girl, hey. Bianca, she on time to come in here to play on FaceTime, but she can't get to her job on time. We're going to add priorities on the list next time. All right, so we're done with housekeeping, okay? We're done with housekeeping. All right. Hey, Doris. Hey, girl. Hey, I think you're a new face. No, Doris, I've seen you before. Doris usually sits over in the corner looking shell-shocked. I know. Like, I wish there was a way I could turn this off so people can't call me when I'm on FaceTime Live. Happy holidays, Tynese. Hey, Tanya. I appreciate you coming in here to listen. I really do. The restroom is not stinking. Nobody cleaned up the restroom from last night. Who was that took a shit in there last night? I'm not going to call any names, but I'm looking at you. Can somebody please just fess up to taking a shit? Look, LaShayla, I had people texting me today talking about, I knew that was you laughing in the background. I knew your laugh. And so they were like texting me. And then, of course, I popped up in the video. And they were like, I knew that was you. I knew that was your laugh. Yeah, I can't remember people's names and shit. You know what I'm saying? Listen, let me tell you something. After I was on that Queen's Court last night, let me tell you about my inbox. Let me tell you about my inbox today. After being on that Queen's Court. I done got offers for dates. I see the kid on a little Facebook and they want to jump in my inbox. DMs all lit up on Instagram. I need y'all to find them books like you found me on Facebook and Instagram and Snapchat. Find those books on Amazon. Find my Cash App and send that coin through here. Do that. You want to do something? Hey girl, hey. All right, so let me go on through my little list because see, I'm still reading y'all comments and stuff. She has 16,000 people on her video. Now, look, our little people in here, we just got a little community right now. Listen, she got a small town that come in on her. What's up, Tanya Rogers? Yes, LaShayla. I saw those comments. I'm like, Craig, you can get it. I saw it. But see, we live in an era now where folk get pulled up for sexual misconduct. Gay author. swindled through Facebook. No. They won't have me talking about, yeah, you know, that's that guy that was on, yeah, we got in his DMs and no, thank you. But let me tell you something. They had 16,000 people on there watching. Now, I didn't had 600, but they had 16,000. Today, they're almost at 500,000 views. That video is almost at 500,000 views today. Amy, I looked, but it wasn't nothing in that inbox interesting. I know, Tiffany. I appreciate that, Ty. The most I've had watching right now, Ty just went on and shared this video. I appreciate that, Ty. Wait a minute, Ty niece, wait a minute. She talking about I grabbed her butt back in the day. Wait a minute. Her numbers are not to be played with. Levi, I don't know if you were here in the beginning, but I was saying to them earlier, I just got off FaceTime with Madison. They're number 3. Their podcast, not the Facebook, the podcast that we do on Fridays that's on their podcast, it's number 3 on iTunes, number 3 comedy. So she calling me, worrying the shit out of me. I'm like, girl, listen. Because I told you guys before, I do the editing for their podcast, so I dropped the little sound effects and shit. In fact, I was sitting here editing a podcast before I came on here for their Friday show. And I'm like, girl, you only asked me to help. You only asked me to edit your podcast. Girl, you got me on conference calls now. Like, we got a conference call tomorrow. I'm like, girl, we're going to need to talk about my compensation. We're going to need to renegotiate this contract. We're going to need to renegotiate this contract. Because you tapping into my time. She was trying to be on here at 9 o'clock. I said, girl, no, I go on live at 9. I said, so I'm going to have to talk to you before that. So I just got off the phone with her. Oh, you know I'm going to get a check. How many of y'all know ain't nothing for free? But no, I've done a lot for free, though, really. I really have. They're just paying me to edit the podcast, to edit it, to do the sound effects and all that kind of. What I just chose to do the sound effects. They didn't ask for the sound effects. I just did it. I might let y'all hear a little bit of the one that I'm editing for Friday. Just to give you a little tease. But listen, so, all right, let me get to my list. Oh, you know it's under the table, right through the Cash App. So last night I'm in my Uber on my way to Madison's house. What's up, Nikki? Hey, girl, hey. I'm on my way to the Uber over to her house last night. Doris. And this motherfucker gets lost. Hello? Compensation. So we driving, and so we just talking. Now, mind you, when I first got in the car, he said, is this Marietta or Conyers? I said, we're going to Conyers. I said that when I got in the car. That was before I came on the video. Tish, I need you to change your name to excuse me, Miss Truck Driver. I need you to change your name to Tish, okay? When you do that, come visit us. But I told him when I got in the car, okay, we're going to Conyers. So then I got on my live, and I said to him, I said, okay, I'm about to get on my Facebook Live. I said, so don't think I'm crazy. I said, I'm actually talking to people on my Facebook Live. So I get on the live. Next thing I'm talking to y'all, and I'm not even paying attention. And next thing I know, something just said, well, look, I think one of you asked me, like, well, how far is it? How much further? And so I, looked down, and I happened to I was trying to see his GPS. But I ended up seeing, one of the street signs hanging, one of the highway, on the highway. And I'm like, wait a minute, where the fuck? I'm like, wait, where are you going? I'm like, this ain't the right way. Which way is that taking you? So we had to turn around and then go I said, thank you. Oh, so I did say Kanye's one. Yeah, I did say Kanye's on the video. I had gotten on the video. So I told him Kanye's. And so I don't know how the fuck he was on his way to Marietta. Like I don't know if you know Atlanta, but we were passing downtown and we were going through downtown. We were about to get on 75. And he had to make a U. For a moment, I thought he wanted me to tap him. Who's sending me money through this Cash App? Wait a minute. Let me see what this is. Oh. Okay. Got it. I think your name is, I see your email and stuff, but I need you to inbox me your address. I think I can't remember your name, but I see your email. I'm not going to say it on here. Anyway, for the 3 books, I see it. I see your email. So anyway, he turned around and we made it out there and it was cool. But yeah, Marietta and Kanye's are on 2 completely different axes. You know, like, yeah, they're not even in the same direction. So that was that. Okay, now this is what I was trying to get to last night. Okay? So last night, I was trying to tell you about Kevin Hart. I watched The Breakfast Club. It's a radio show out of New York. It's syndicated. And he was on there talking about his wife, and they started with this whole conversation about the cheating. I got exhausted with the conversation and cut it off because I do feel like he took ownership. But I mean, at this point, how can you not? I mean, what you gonna do? I mean, you on camera. Everybody knows it happened. So, I mean, he did own it and said that it was wrong on every level. What I could not understand was, and he helped me maybe kind of pose this question. It's like, why is it that a person, and in this case, I'm just talking about a man. He definitely took full responsibility, but it was annoying. And it was just like, why do you test the waters? Like if you're in this marriage that you say you're happy in, and you thought about the possibility of losing her, and you were scared that she was going to leave, and so you don't making all this effort to try to maintain it. But the thing that's so interesting too is she was pregnant when all of this happened, and I remember there was a paparazzi video where she was leaving from like a doctor's appointment. She was in like a parking deck, and all these paparazzi were like behind her taking pictures and asking her dumbass questions. You know how TMZ does. And I just kept thinking, what if this thing stresses her out to the point that she loses the baby? But even if she didn't lose the baby, which she didn't because she gave birth. What's up, Carolyn? Thank you for your picture today with your So Much to Say podcast shirt and your book of quotes. But my thing was, even if she didn't lose the baby, think about the stress that's on that baby, carrying that baby. I believe that energy transfers. You know what I'm saying? So if you have a happy pregnancy, you're going to have a happy baby. But if you have a really stressed out, there's a potential that that baby could be really stressed and come out really anxious and just, you know what I mean? So I thought about all of that. So he said he was filming a movie when he actually got caught. And so he ended up stopping production. He came home because he saw how the paparazzi like swarmed around his wife, you know, trying to interrogate her about what was happening. And then, you know, people on Instagram and shit saying crazy shit up under her comments. And so he was basically trying to clarify all of that. But the thing for me, I kept thinking, why do people, and in this case, why do men say they have everything that they want in a woman or in a man? How y'all doing? How you doing? But you got this career, you got this woman, you got this life that you've built. Why cheat? Is a new piece of pussy that important? Kevin Hart. Is a new piece of pussy that important? Like, why do that? Like, are you just tempted? Like, I don't understand it. Like, and so Tiffany has sent me a video. Let me go back with Doris. I think it was Doris that just said karma. That was the other thing that he said on the interview as well. He said that he and his wife, his first wife, they were separated They were legally separated for 1 year when he filed for that divorce. He said he and his current wife, Aniko, he said that they didn't cheat. He said Tori Hart, his first wife, was the reason that everybody believed they cheated together. And everybody kept saying, oh, that's just karma. That's what she gets. But he said his ex-wife put that on this woman. And he said, in all of the years that they've been divorced, he and Tori Hart, you've never heard him say anything negative about his wife. And you really haven't. Now, you've heard Tori Hart go on interviews and on social media. And then she was on that little tired reality show for a second. I can't remember what it was. And she would tear him up. She would tear his ass up. And she would talk about shit. And she would say stuff. You know, in different blogs have picked up on things that Tori Hart has said about Aniko. But according to Kevin, he and Aniko were not together when he and his wife were going through what they were going through. He said he was legally separated for 1 year. But he said he and Aniko had, while he was separated, they were interacting. They were interacting when they were separated. But he said she was not the cause of them breaking up and da-da-da-da. He said Aniko was just the one that stuck. So, I don't know. But Tiffany sent me a video, and it was a little snippet of a conversation Michael Baisden was having with probably 5 or 6 different women. And they were sitting on like a couch. Now, I don't know why they were sitting there with this negligee on. They had like this satin negligee with these little heels on. Is this a slumber party? What y'all doing? Why y'all sitting there dressed like these sex kittens in front of Michael Baisden just to answer some questions? What? Is this a bachelorette? I mean, what y'all doing? Like, what is this? That was first. But then he asked them, there was one woman who started the conversation by saying, they were talking about men and men who cheat and that kind of thing. And one of the women said, as long as he doesn't bring that shit to me. Is Tracy new? Is there a new person in here? There's a new person in here, somebody named Tracy Williams? Right, they were all in lingerie. Like, why y'all in lingerie? So, and they had these little furry heels on and shit. But anyway, the one woman said, as long as he don't bring that shit to me, we good. I'm cool. Long as I don't see it, da-da-da-da. So in other words, what she was saying was, as long as she's with a man who's respectful enough to not allow the other woman to contact her, because she said, because Michael Baisden said, well, what do you mean by that? She said, as long as this other woman doesn't contact me, she doesn't call me, she doesn't bring no bullshit to my front door. Hey, girl, hey, what's up, Jason? Jason, now you upstairs in the balcony. And ain't nothing wrong with your knees or ankles. So anyway, but I don't understand that way of thinking. Now, I will say to you, I've told y'all before, listen, if I'm with somebody and I'm in a relationship and I find out they cheating, I'm probably going to be leaving, okay? And I'm only saying probably because you really don't know what you're going to do unless you're in a situation, right? Because many years ago, 1999, October 1999, I write about it in my first book. The very first guy that I fell in love with was HIV positive. And prior to meeting him, I was the bitch that was walking around talking about, oh shit, I ain't dating nobody HIV positive. I can't do it. Deuces. Fuck that. Blah, blah, blah. And then who was in love? Oh, okay. Well, we can work it out. Well, let's just go, trying to figure it out. So that experience taught me not to speak in absolutes. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know what you'll do unless you're in a situation. So what I'm telling you is I'm pretty motherfucking sure that I'm leaving. Like, ain't nothing we can do. Okay. I'm pretty certain because my peace of mind is more important to me. And so I know who I am. And see, if I call your motherfucking phone after I done found out about this cheating fiasco and you don't answer my call, Where I'm very rational. Like right now, like if I was dating somebody right now and if I text them and you didn't answer my text right away, oh, I don't give a fuck. Like I'm not sitting here like, oh, this motherfucker ain't texting me back. It's been 7 minutes. I'm not that guy. But if you cheat and then I text you and you don't reply back in 90 seconds, oh, it's going to be a problem. See, my peace of mind is more important. I can't be worrying about, oh, well, why he ain't reply yet. And see, every time you tell me you're going to do one thing and you end up doing something else, you deviate from that, my mind is going to wonder, well, was he doing it again? Well, what was he doing this time? Well, where is he? You said you're going to be home at 7 o'clock and you're not here at 7:15. Oh, no, bitch, my peace of mind is more important. So, like with Aniko Hart, his new wife, this man makes movies. So there are periods where I'm sure he can't respond to a text or he can't call her right back because he on set and he filming. That would drive me the fuck crazy. Because, see, I would still be thinking, that even though you know he working, I'd be sitting there thinking, this motherfucker somewhere cheating in one of them trailers on the movie set. You understand what I'm saying? So that's why I'm saying I don't know if I could fuck with somebody who cheated. But these women in this Michael Baisden video were like, well, listen, as long as he don't bring it to my front door, see, I can't give that kind of permission. Yeah, I can't give that kind of permission. So I can't give you credit either for not being sloppy. So in other words, they're saying, oh, okay, well, as long as he ain't sloppy. So you giving him points? You giving him credits? You giving him credit for not being sloppy? And here's the sad thing. Cheaters, and in this case I'm talking about men, because women cheat too. Men who cheat often think that they are warranted to cheat if they're the breadwinner. If they're paying the bills, they got you driving around in a car, they taking care of everything. They think they have license to cheat because they're taking care of everything. I had that conversation with a family member. I'm not going to say his name because he or his significant other might be listening. But he thought that, well, you know, I take care of everything. Okay, so you think that's why you think you get to cheat because you paying for shit? Like, Miss Tish truck driver, I did not say all women cheat. Where's she getting these generalizations? I didn't even say all men cheat. I'm not a cheater. Now, I've cheated before when I was 27 years old. But that doesn't make me a cheater. I cheated because I was emotionally immature. That's why I cheated. Because I didn't know how to handle my feelings. I didn't know how to communicate. And so that's why I said to you guys before, we've all been somebody's disappointment. We've all been somebody's disappointment. We all can sit around and say, oh, I'm a good man, oh, I'm a good woman. But at some point, we've all been somebody's disappointment. And if you're honest with yourself, you can admit that. Because one of the best parts of life is admitting the truth to yourself about yourself. That's the first line in the chapter called Testing the Waters in Words Never Spoken. Okay, so enough about Kevin Hart and his wife. So, you know, the Janet Jackson concert was yesterday here in Atlanta. Let me tell, hey, girl, hey, Valerie. Girl, I didn't hear you, but, you know, you behind the crowd, girl. She coming in here late thing. I'm supposed to hear her yelling, hey, girl, hey, girl. It's commotion and ruckus going on in here. I didn't hear her. She think because she came in here with them cheap-ass Payless shoes on that I was supposed to hear her clicking up the steps? Because she going upstairs. I was my own disappointment a few times in my past, too. I was disappointed in the choices that I made. Drink more water. You see what I'm in here drinking? I'm drinking water. Right. Drink you some more water. I'm going to have a conversation, too, more about diet. I know some of you need somebody to nudge you in the right direction on your diet. But I was disappointed in some, and in fact, I remained single for a period. Like I've been single now. February will be 7 years. Part of the reason that I was single, the first couple of years I was single because I was decidedly single, but also because I didn't trust the choices that I had made previously. Hence these two fucking books that I wrote, the first two books that I wrote, because I didn't trust my decision making. Excuse me. And so I was really making poor choices. And then once you get to the root of why you make the poor choices that you do, because for me, I made poor choices out of loneliness. I made poor choices out of anxiousness because I kept telling myself, well, damn, the kind of guy that I'm looking for, he ain't coming. Okay, well, you'll work. Come on, let's just work this out. You understand what I'm saying? I made poor choices because I allowed people to choose me. Come on, somebody. I didn't choose them. I was allowing them to choose me. Because they were consistent and persistent, I allowed them to choose me. They weren't people that I was interested in, but because they called every day, they text every morning, they kept trying to put in the time, it was just like, oh, okay, well, maybe he's the one. Nah, bitch, that ain't it. Don't be lowering the bar. Don't lower the bar. Sometimes the penalty of being a person of quality means being single for a little bit longer. That's a quote in the new book. Oh, I fucked y'all up in this new book. Y'all sitting there, see how y'all waited around with this Hey Girl, Hey t-shirt and didn't get one? That's what y'all doing with this book of quotes. I got down in that book of quotes here. But anyway, I just wish y'all, listen, so the Janet Jackson concert was Sunday. I didn't even need to spend money on a ticket, so I didn't. Because, the way that y'all post everything that y'all do, y'all can't even enjoy the concert. Okay, Rochelle. Rochelle, if you want it through me, you can order it through me if you want. My Cash App ID is down there. Just send $18, and then I'll cover the shipping. But then I need you to inbox me your shipping address. Child, I ain't even, listen, I don't even have to go spend $200 and $300 for a Janet Jackson ticket because y'all post videos from the front row. I got aerial views for the people who up in the nosebleeds. I got pictures from right there by her feet. I saw the opening of the show. I saw the opening number. I saw the closing number. I mean, I saw all of it. I saw when she sat down on the stool. I saw her costume changes. Like, I don't even have to spend money on the concert because y'all post everything. And see, when I go to concerts and things, like I went to a concert on Sunday, I don't post because, see, I'm trying to teach myself how to be in the moment. You got to enjoy your stuff. Valerie, don't let anybody borrow your books. Don't let anybody borrow your books. You tell them no. Or you can gift them one. Send your little change through here and you can gift it to them. And I'll send it to them for you. But yeah, so I went to a concert this past Sunday. A little light, little set. It was like a dinner and, dinner and drinks. And Angela and I ordered a bottle of wine. Remember, it was Angela's birthday weekend still. So we went to that. And it was Avery Sunshine. I told you about her the other day. I don't know if you guys know about Avery Sunshine. She's underground still. She's starting to kind of climb, but she's kind of underground still. And so I don't do all that video and stuff. I'm going to sit here. I'm going to enjoy the show. But then I read something on social media the other day, and I thought it was really interesting, and I wanted us to kind of talk about it. Why is she sending these angry... Everybody just turn around and look at Miss Truck Driver. Just turn around and look at her and don't say nothing. Just look at her. Shh, don't say, just look at her. Just look at her. She'll simmer down, just look at her. She coming here every day like a damn Tasmanian devil. And she's just like a little child. You know how children spaz out in Walmart? And you just stand there and you just look at them. And then you furrow your brow like that. Like, if you don't get your motherfucking ass up off this floor, if I yank your ass up out of here. You just look at her. and then you roll your eyes and walk down the aisle. You leave her ass down there kicking and screaming and shit. To the point that DFAC's about to be called. Like they about to call DFACs. You just look at her ass. Bring your ass out this damn stuff. I'll leave you in here. Everybody take them up. What do you want, Tish? What is it? Go ahead. Type your message. So what she want? Oh, I'm so tired of her. If she hadn't paid her membership dues, I swear we would ban her. No, we wouldn't even ban her. When we moved to this new location, I wouldn't even give her ass the address. She paid her membership, though. Go ahead. Her membership up, though, soon, though. What is it, Tish? What you need, sugar? Where is she? Hey, Joanne. Joanne, come in and have a seat. We're looking at Tish. That's Miss Truck Driver, okay? So don't say anything to her. Just look at her. We're trying to teach her how to express herself. We need her to use her words and not these emojis. Right, Ashley Ann. This is your opportunity to talk. Go ahead, Tish. Okay, so what was your message that I didn't see? Because she needs more than Ritalin, honey. I think she needs Zoloft. Go ahead. What is it? You know, usually they put the children on Ritalin. She needs some Zoloft. She needs some strong shit. What is it? What was your question? Honey, I don't handle parking. Listen, who's in charge of parking? I am not over the parking deck. And when she get a motherfucking, is she talking about a handicap spot? Because there ain't no reserve parking. What is she talking about? Now, she paid for her membership to come in the building, but there ain't no reserve parking for outside. Now, what's she talking about? Christy, neither can I. Christy, neither can I. Okay, now what the fuck was I saying? Because she done just made me completely forget where I was going. I remember. It's right here on my notes. See the beauty of having notes. Rochelle, your side hurting from all that laughing. I am not in charge of parking. This is why you have a team of people. See, this is why Trina, this is why I can't have you letting these people just come up to me, worrying me about. That is not my ministry. I don't handle parking. Who's the bitch in charge of parking? Because we docking her pay. Living in the moment, yes. So I'm learning, like, literally, like, I went to, like, this past summer, I went to a bunch of concerts, right? DT and I went to a couple, Angela and I went, like, we just went to concerts all summer. And I just noticed how at the show, everybody is like this, holding up their phones, like videotaping it. I could see people on Facebook Live, streaming the show. And I'm just like, girl, do you just want people to know you here? Or like, what? Why are you... What, Tish, did you want to be over the parking department? Did you want to be over parking so then you can just choose where you want to park? Okay? All right, Tish. Trina, show her where the parking decals are. Oh, God. But anyway, everybody holding their phones up like this. And it's just like the place is lit up with cell phones. And it's just like nobody's really enjoying the show. And oftentimes when... like some of the shows that I've been to, well, you know, most times like artists, they'll start saying things. They'll talk about, you know, they might talk about what's going on in the world with, you know, black folks getting killed or just whatever. Like they might talk about whatever. They might talk about their song and how they made it and they're grateful for your support and da-da-da-da. But it's like you're not even really receiving the full message because you're so busy looking at here and you responding to your comments. And so I've just learned... I'm in a space now where I don't want to do all of that. Like if I'm at a show, I want to enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Like you can't enjoy it if you're trying to show everybody else that you're there. And that's the other thing. How is it that people can like show these videos and not get blocked on Facebook? I don't understand that. Now, sometimes when the person tries to post the video, it won't post because Facebook will block it. But I've definitely seen Janet Jackson all over the fucking Instagram and Facebook. I didn't see the entire concert. on Instagram and Facebook. So that was that. But here's the thing that I wanted to say. I saw this post the other day, and remember how I was talking to you guys about R. Kelly and we're the R. Kelly fan, we're the women that like R. Kelly and da 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 da. And remember how I gathered y'all, ladies, the ladies who said they're fans of R. Kelly and they still buy his music and they still go to his concerts. Remember I had to gather y'all the other week because remember I had to gather y'all because y'all are complicit in these little young women that he's victimizing. Well, I read this post the other day, and it said, I just wish black people would go in as hard on R. Kelly as they're going in on Omarosa. They got so much to say. They got so much to say about Omarosa. Y'all can't go in on both of them? How about can you do both? Can you do both? They going in on Omarosa, but they giving R. Kelly a pass. They've been giving him a pass since Aaliyah. God rest her soul. You know, I was raised Baptist, but my grandmother was Catholic, and she taught me how to pray. And so, this is why I do that. Yeah, and y'all won't even give Chrisette Michelle a break. Thanks, Shea. Y'all won't give Chrisette Michelle a break. They got that lady out here about to kill herself. She was on the Breakfast Club. What is this flickering back here? Oh, it's that lamp. They won't give Chrisette Michelle a break. She out here about to kill herself. But they riding hard with R. Kelly. I'm just saying. That's all I wanted to say about that. Okay, I can take that off my list. I just wanted to give you food for thought, just something for you to think about. Did I take my vitamins today? Yeah, I did. I take my vitamins. Remember I told you before, I don't do a multivitamin because there's not enough of each vitamin in those multivitamins. So I do like an individual D. I do a D3. That's a bone supplement. I do a vitamin A. That's good for your eyes. It says help support eye, skin, and immune system. I do a C and an E, but I'm out of C and E, so I need to restock on that. And then I do a magnesium. But again, when you do a multivitamin, it only has a little bit of each thing in it. So I need individuals. So I take them individually. Yeah, it's just a little bit of each vitamin in there. Like, ask your doctor. If you don't believe me, ask somebody who knows what they're talking about. And part of the reason that I found that out was because my father, a couple years ago, had a vitamin D deficiency. And he was like, well, I'll take a multivitamin. And they would tell me, no, you need to try to get you a D. Somebody else sent me a thing the other day. I don't remember who sent it. I can't remember who sent it. But there's a term called pedosexual. I think it was Sarah. Sarah, didn't you send that to me? I think Sarah's out there in Wisconsin. See how I be remembering? It's called pedosexual. P-E-D-O. Exactly, Carter. You get the full effect. Wait, let me go back because you're talking about the vitamins still. My dad found out. How did he find out? I can't remember how he found out he was deficient. I can't remember how. I'm going to have to ask him. I'll ask him and come back to that. I can't remember how he found out, but they did a test. They tested him. And they like, yeah, you have a vitamin C deficiency. I think they did some blood work. I think they just did some blood work. I don't think he knew. And so they were like, well, try to spend a little more time in the sun because, you get some vitamin D from the sun. I'm like, bitch, just give me a pill. Anybody would be sitting outside just trying to get no. So anyway, pedosexual. Yes, Lynn, he had blood work. Exactly. See, y'all smart. Did I say, let me go back. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I came in reading. Sorry. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. See, y'all end up saying something smart, and it reminds me to say that. Good day, thinkers, thought leaders, progressives, and dreamers. I'm Craig the Writer Stewart, and this is the Facebook Live version of So Much to Say. Let me say this while I'm thinking about this. Somebody messaged me the other day. You know, the podcast that just dropped on Monday, it opened with my friend Maisha singing. I was about to say she's on Broadway. She's not on Broadway, but she's on the tour. She's with the touring company of this play. And so I had her sing. And when somebody messaged me the other day, was like, oh my God, I was eating a piece of chicken and I stopped biting because I thought that was Layla Hathaway. And I was like, how the fuck he get Layla Hathaway on his podcast? But it was actually my friend Maisha. So pedosexual, Pedosexual. Ty, did you order I think you already ordered yours, didn't you, Ty? I just haven't closed the order yet. We need 3 more So Much to Say, and then I'll ship them. And if you want Marika to bling it out, she can. Send her the coin, and then I'll send it to her. But yeah, we need 3 more of those. We got a ways to go for them don't get gathered. I mean, we're not even halfway there. But pedosexual, if you think about the root word, P-E-D-O, pedophile, right? Am I cutting off people? Jeremy said I'm cutting off. I think it's his Obama phone. Young people got Obama phones too. It's usually their grandparents or parents give them their phones, like if they just lose their cell phone privileges and things. Or if they have really suspect credit and they can't get on with like Sprint or T-Mobile or Verizon or AT&T. So they'll just go ahead and settle for an Obama phone. So that may be what he has, because no one else is saying anything about the connection going on. And we just got new fiber optics in here, even though we're moving out of the building. But the owner, that's the thing, we're going to own the new building. But the owner wanted to get new fiber optics in here. So I don't know what Jeremy is talking about. Thank you, Twana. So pedosexual is the attraction. It's when they're basically trying to get, I'm trying to make it plain for you. I'm trying to make it plain. Pedosexual is a condition at which they're trying to get people, the rest of us, to recognize that there's such a thing as adults who are sexually attracted to children. So in other words, they're trying to say that it's like LGBT. Nah, bitch, that ain't the same, girl. That ain't the same. I like a grown man. I don't like no little boy. So basically, it's called pedosexual. And so I looked it up the other day. And they're trying to basically get it accepted. What y'all think about that? That's some gross shit. That's not the same. I'm sorry. It's not. I just wanted to drop that little bug in your ear. So make sure y'all pay attention to that, because you're going to hear about that shit. Yeah, they're trying to say that it's okay. So you can mess around with one of my little nieces if you want to. One of my nephews. Pedosexual. That's a mess. That's insane. Hey, Leslie Lawrence. Yeah, that's mentally ill. But you do know that at one point they tried to say that gay people were mentally ill. And in some conversations they try to say that trans people are mentally ill. But you know, when I first came into this community, I really didn't understand trans either, because it wasn't as much of a conversation piece then as it is now. But when you think about it, and I was watching something the other day, Tiffany Haddish was talking about how all people start as your organs or your genetics or genitals start off as female organs, and then it turns into, you know, whatever sex you're going to be. And if you think about, in terms of trans people, to me, I don't know about anybody else, it really does make sense how a person's mental can be different from their genital. You understand what I'm saying? Because it's like, if we all start off as the same sex, and then eventually as you develop in the womb, your sex is defined. It just, physically it's defined. It either develops as a vagina or a penis. But it just makes sense. It's almost like maybe the process didn't go all the way through. You understand what I'm saying? And I don't know. It just makes sense to me. And that's why you have what used to be called hermaphrodites. They don't call it hermaphrodites now. That's an old, outdated term. It's now called intersex. INTERSEX. It's no longer called hermaphrodite. That's when a person is born with two organs. You know what I'm trying to say. A pussy and a dick. But it's now called intersex. So just like a person could be born with both, why do you think that the wires couldn't be crossed up here? And I'm only saying wires just, for explanation purposes. But I mean, I think it's very possible for a person to feel and think and believe they're a woman, but on the outside look like a man. Like, I really think, yeah, they changed the name. See how you learned something in here tonight, Rochelle? It's called intersex. So don't be going around talking about, oh, bitch, she's a hermaphrodite. No, you sound real educated and you say, oh, she's intersex or he's intersex. But yeah, so I think that we just really have to step back from the things that we've been taught, and really, you got to learn how to separate the things that you've been taught from the things that you know for yourself. Because that's the thing about religion too. It's like, I'm assuming most of us were raised Christian, but I'm sure some may be Muslim or whatever, or Jewish, but you believe you're that particular religion because your parents gave it to you. Like I just told you, I was raised, yes, intersex, Rochelle. Like I was raised Christian, but I'm Christian because that's what Gladys and Milton. But if they were Jewish, my ass would have been Jewish. If they were Muslim, I would have been Muslim. But so at some point you have to say, okay, well, let me see what I want to do for myself. You understand what I'm saying? So I believe in God. I believe that, but see, that's why I say all that stuff that's in the Bible and all that church stuff. I can't get with all of that because y'all just teaching and telling people what y'all been taught. What you know for yourself. Separate what your granny and whoever introduced religion to you, separate what they taught you from what you know for yourself. And so that's why so many things are so politicized when you're talking about sexuality. You know what I'm saying? When you think about sexuality, most people who have issues with, I ain't even talking about trans people right now. Let's just stay on one thing. When you talk about gay and lesbian people, most people, and I'm not even going to talk about just black people because white folks have gay issues too, homophobia, Asian people, Hispanic people. But when you think about the reasons why people have such contempt or disdain for a same-gender loving person, and I'm saying same-gender loving because I know there's some gay people who don't identify as gay, so we got to call you same-gender loving. It's so many terms, child, it's exhausting. But the reason that most people have issues with gayness is because of religion. Yes, religion has been passed down generationally. And if you really want to get historical, the shit that black people believe about religion was given to us from slavery, from white people. And that was given to us just to keep us in slavery. They had us fooled for about 400 years. Oh, well, God wanted y'all to be slaves. That's why they didn't want us to read. Oh, God wanted y'all, no, you're inherently inferior. You're here to work for us. Yeah, that's what God wanted. And then they slapped y'all with the Bible. And then y'all started teaching the Bible to each other. And then y'all started judging each other. Y'all better go in on with that church and religion stuff. Give me Jesus. Give me God. Give me my own relationship. That's why I say I pray every night. I get down on my knees every night and I pray. I need to speak to him myself. I couldn't tell you the last time I've been to church. I think the last time I went to church, Journey, my niece, was getting baptized. And I was there for just, tradition. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll come to the christening. But the rest of this church stuff, y'all can have. Y'all can have that. Because, see, they got people so locked up in their mind. I'm gonna do that podcast too. I've been in conversations with some people about doing this podcast, and I already know what I'm gonna call it. How religion has helped and hurt us as a people. I already know what I'm gonna call it. And I got somebody that's gonna come on and talk about bipolar disorder too. Somebody gonna come on and talk about being bipolar. So I'm gonna have that conversation. Now let me get over to my notes because I think I'm done talking about that. Where are my notes at? Text messages coming through. People texting me about the Queen's Court. People still watching that from last night. Oh my God, you on the Queen's Court. Distracting me. Come on, Lisa. Yeah, you can have that church foolishness. Because see, there's a separation. I've said this before. If you've been following me for a while, you know, and I've said this before, there's a separation between church and God. There's a separation between religion and God. I'm all for God. I'm just not for the bureaucracy. All of that nonsense over there. All right, now let me move over here to higher into the program. Now, you know, all of this sexual misconduct and all this stuff that's going on, listen, it really has me thinking. And some of y'all, and I don't mean y'all per se, but I be looking on Facebook and stuff, and I see all these conversations about the new person, like Tavis Smiley is now under the gun. Excuse me, under the microscope. And somebody asked me what I had for dinner. I had a grilled piece of halibut. I had a grilled piece of halibut. I had grilled sweet potatoes. Yes, grilled. They were sliced and put on the grill. Grilled asparagus. No, not asparagus. I had grilled zucchini. And I had some rice. So Tavis, of course, is under the gun now. And, of course, he was on GMA yesterday, Good Morning America. And he was answering questions and talking and this, that, and the third. My thing is this. We really got to be careful. And I don't know if this man did it or not. I don't have a horse in that race. I don't know if he did it or not. But what I'm saying is we have got to be careful because, see, it was very tasty, Lolita. We got to be really careful because, see, social media has the kind of power and influence to spread like a wildfire. And so it's like, because all of this stuff has happened with Russell Simmons, which we come into, Harvey Weinstein, and all of these different people, it's like it's easy to just think everybody that's coming out now is guilty without even really thinking about it. And so, and really giving somebody a fair chance. So basically, he was on Good Morning America, and he explained how PBS had gotten some complaints from people that had worked for him previously. Well, the streets are actually saying it's men and women coming forward about Tavis Smiley. Ain't this how old people move their mouth when they don't really have no teeth? And they're not really about to say anything, but they've just said something and they think they just let you have it. They do this. Yeah, the streets have been talking about him for years. Yeah, girl, what you chewing? What are you chewing? Are you chewing something? So, when I tell you, he said on GMA that PBS launched an internal investigation. He didn't even know. He didn't even know complaints had come in. He didn't even know the shit. He didn't even know that they investigated. Wait, what? So listen. So I saw this post earlier today, and somebody was saying how, you know, he's out on this campaign talking now. He's going to all these news outlets trying to clear his name. And, you know, he did the little Facebook video the other day saying that he was, you know, not guilty and this, that, and the third. And so under one of these posts that I saw, I was compelled to say, I wrote this, and I'm going to read to you what I wrote. I said, and I posted it on mine too. I ended up coming and posting it on mine. But I put, fraternizing in the workplace isn't the same as exposing oneself, like taking your dick out, or making inappropriate advances. So like fraternizing, like if I was at a workplace and I go out with somebody at my job, that should not be confused with me taking my dick out saying, oh, you want to suck my dick? Those are two different things. So if he went on dates with people that work with him, how is that considered the same thing? So anyway, let me read what I said. So I said, fraternizing in the workplace isn't the same as exposing oneself or making inappropriate advances. And let me say this. I haven't been a fan of Tavis Smiley since he and Cornel West tried my president. Nevertheless, we have to be careful to define the lines between fraternizing and flirtation and sexual misconduct, because those are two different things. And so, because we'd all be guilty, we would all be guilty of saying and doing too much at times. Because I know I done said some things slick and sideways. And then I said, yeah, you too, with your self-righteous ass. Because let me tell you something, and as I just said that sentence, I just thought about something. Remember, did you guys, if you logged in on my Facebook Live on December 7th at the party, oh, no, wait, we weren't videoing then. Well, there was a guy who performed at my launch party. Well, he helped me write the music for my stage play. Well, he and I fraternized. We met a couple times after the rehearsal and rolled around on my couch and stuff. So you mean to tell me I could have had charges brought up against me? That was mutual. In fact, he in the first book. He's in the first book. Remember I said I was 27 when I cheated? He was who I cheated with. So you mean to tell me if we had a working relationship, like if I go put the show up again now, and he and I, you know, we working on music and shit, and we start canoodling, he can bring charges up against me? Yeah, we touched agreed a little bit on the couch share. So you mean to tell me y'all gonna throw me under the bus if he go on Facebook talking about, well, Craig, he gay author and playwright, assaults musician. That's what y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna accuse me of that? See, that's different. That's very different from me working, us doing the play. Because, see, I keep putting myself in these situations. Like, what was that? What if that was me? So my point is this. If I had an employee and I said to him, well, I need you to suck my dick. Now, that's different. Now, that's sexual misconduct. Now, that's inappropriate. But so if I said to one of my employees, you know, can we go out for dinner? I'd love to take you out for dinner. That's crossing the line? Where is the line? Where is the line? I need to know where the line is. Because, see, I don't need to make it. And then all of a sudden a bitch dragging me into court. But see, here's the thing. Under the comment that I made, baby, that line is up here. The line is down here. Last Thursday it was over there. They just keep moving the line. Because, see, here, they have moved the line. Because, see, here's the thing. In the comment that I posted that in, originally where I said fraternizing in the workplace about Tavis Smiley, I had posted that originally in somebody else's Facebook thread. And then I came and posted it on mine. But somebody in that thread raised a really good point. Now here's the point. Because see, I see some of you saying that's mutual. If I say, can I take you out, da-da-da. Somebody said, and he was like, I know Tavis. This guy worked for BET. It's another writer that I know. He said, I know Tavis. And he does have a power-struck kind of demeanor and energy. And it's very much so, this is my shit. This is my show. I'm the boss here. And so he was saying that while he understands the point that I was making, there were women who possibly went out with him because they felt like they had to. They felt obligated. So even if he didn't say, he had sucked my dick, the fact that he said, you know, can I have dinner with you? She felt like she couldn't say. There were people who possibly may not have felt like they could have turned him down without getting some sort of a backlash. Well, bitch, I ain't asking nobody out at work. And don't you come asking me out at work. Because I'm going to fire you. I'm going to get rid of you. Or, I'm going to say, oh, you would like to go to dinner with me? Okay, I'm going to need you to resign. I'm going to need you to resign today. Now, I don't know what's going to happen between us. We might go out for 2 weeks, and I might not even like you. But I'm going to need you to resign today. So if you want us to go to dinner, I'm going to need you to put in your 2-week notice, and I'm going to need you to say in the letter why you're resigning, because what I don't need you to do is to come back in 90 days and say, oh, well, I got fired because I wouldn't go out with him. No, I'm going to need you to put in the letter that you resigning because you wanted to take me out to dinner. Okay? So can we do that? And we're going to go ahead and take this over here to the notary. Trina, are you a notary? Are you a notary? Yeah, Trina going to go ahead and notarize it right here. And we're going to need your best John Hancock. Make it legible so we can see it. Because if we end up in court, bitch, I got proof. Now, let me tell you about Russell Simmons. Ooh, it's not looking good for Russell. And in that order, right, Lachelle? Listen, everybody. Listen, everybody. All right, so Ray Mel probably going to kill me for saying this, but whatever. Right, Carter. You want to go to dinner or you want your job? What you want to do? What you going to do, bitch? That's that line from Two Can Play That Game. I'm going to need it in writing. Shauna, Marika, Carla, the people up there in Baltimore, we getting together. Hey, girl, hey, what's up, honey? Honey, you know I love me some you, but girl, it ain't no room in here. You got to go upstairs. Honey, any extra seats up there? Anybody got an extra seat for honey? I cut it off right now. I stopped. Because you'll have people driving down from Philadelphia. He'll have people driving over from Arlington, Virginia. He'll have people driving over from Hampton, Virginia. Oh, honey, they're saying there are no seats in here. You can go out to the portable. Let me tell you how to get to the portable, honey. Do you know how to get to the portable, honey? You're gonna go down this walkway right here. When you get down to that field, there's a field down there. You're going to make a left at that field, and then you're going to go about a quarter of a mile. And I think they got some leftover snacks in there from, we sent some over here, the stuff that they didn't want. There's some leftover stuff. But they do have a space heater over there. She asking somebody to scooch over. They got a space heater out there. I think they got a few empty bottles of water out there. I don't think they got any full bottles. But you can go out there, honey. Yeah, thank you, Tiffany. Yeah, it's about a mile down that way. Yeah, they ate most of the snacks. I think Doris had about 2 or 3 Sour Patch Kids. Where's the girl that used to come in here and always talk about the Sour Patch Kids? What's her name? What was her name? I can't remember her name. I haven't seen her in a minute. She used to always say, we tired of these Sour Patch Kids. What was her name? Do y'all remember her? I haven't seen her in here in a while. All right, let me go over here to Russell Simmons. Now, let me get y'all together with Russell Simmons. Now, it's going to require me to read a little something. Oh, we got some golf carts out there, honey. You can get on the golf cart. They got a golf cart. I think they charged up the golf cart, so it's working. So you know Russell Simmons got some shit going on, right? Hey, girl. Hey, Hope. Honey. Hold on. Hope is going to get on the golf cart with you because there ain't no seats in here for her either. Hope, get on the golf cart with Honey. Y'all got to go out to the portable. There are no seats in here. Oh, girl, the golf cart ain't working. I thought, yeah, go ahead and, yeah. You have on your sensible shoes tonight? Because you got to walk because the golf cart's not working. The golf cart isn't working. Sorry. It wasn't in the budget. Sorry. I said it wasn't in the budget. Now I'm trying to move it higher into the program. They in here arguing with me because they came late. Hey, boy. Hey. What's up, Ewing? Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you, honey. Go on with her, Hope. All this looking around. Hope still. And take JoJo with you, too, because his ass is late. She's still looking. Hope's still looking in the building trying to see if it's an extra seat. Girl, ain't no more seats in here. Carry your ass on down to the portable, honey. I didn't mean honey Mitchell. That time I just meant honey, as in sweetheart. Okay, so listen. So you know the woman that accused Russell Simmons? She's a writer. And her father is like some actor or somebody or director or, you know. This woman is a screenwriter. So it says her family is somebody. But anyway, let me read you what she said. Hey, Ramona. Hey, Ramona. All right, so let me read what she says, okay? Oh, Ramona, this your first time? Well, Ramona, go on out there with Hope and Honey, because we don't have no seats for no first timers. We don't make exceptions. I'm sorry. Somebody give her a pamphlet so she knows what time we come on here. Somebody hand Ramona a pamphlet so she knows what time we come on here. Okay, we come on at 9 o'clock sharp, baby. We on here sharp. So you got to come in here, get you a seat. We're planning to move to an overflow building. A new building in the first quarter. So we have some merchandise and things for sale. We're trying to, get that money up to do that. Valerie, I'll look over at your inbox message. What is this over here? All right, so listen. All right, let me read this story, okay? This is the woman that accused... Oh, Carter, this is your first time too. Well, see, Carter got in here quickly. She knew the deal. Somebody thank you, Carolyn. Give Ramona the pamphlet with the seat. With the times and the days and everything, and send her on out here because she got to go over to the portable because we don't have no more seats in here. Let me read this to you. Tiki late too. Ramona, take Tiki with you. She ain't no first timer. She knows how to get to the portable. She knows how. Keyshawn is late. Take Keyshawn with you as well. Ramona, JoJo, and the rest of them. Now, y'all can't fit on the golf cart. Okay? It ain't working no way. So this is the lady who accused Russell Simmons. Now, listen to this. Now, watch this. So Russell Simmons, when it first came out, he issued a statement on November 22nd saying, I have never committed any acts of aggression or violence in my life. I would never knowingly cause fear or harm to anyone. So the woman that accused him, she's, like I said, she's a screenwriter. She wrote some award-winning show called Rachel Getting Married, The Mummy. And her father is a filmmaker, Sidney Lumet. And Lena Horne is her grandmother. Lena Horne is this girl's grandmother. So she has no reason to bring up false charges against Russell Simmons, okay? So this is the letter that she wrote, and it was published in the Hollywood Reporter, okay? Now listen to this. She says, "Dear Russell," she got him, when I say she got him together, Ramona, we do little things like this, called, this when you gather a bitch together. Don't get gathered. She says, "Dear Russell, I met you around 1987 through Rick Rubin." She naming people. So don't try to act like you don't know what I'm talking about. I met you through Rick Rubin, who has always been kind to me. Rick knew my sister through NYU and asked me at the upstairs bar in a club called Palladium to be in a movie you were producing that Rick was directing, starring Run DMC. It was frankly a lousy movie and I was terrible in it. Now let me tell you what she's doing right here. She letting you know, motherfucker, don't you even try to wiggle out of this. Bitch, I'm giving you dates, times, people, and places. So don't try to say I don't recall that. She's giving you, listen. Over the next 3 or 4 years, I would see you out and about at a club called Nell's, mostly. Now that was a club in New York. I don't recall you and I ever just going out to dinner or having a one-on-one experience. We were always in a group, and we had many, many mutual friends. You were charming and funny and charismatic and self-deprecating. Not being in the music business made it possible for me to relax around you. And you were a fan of my grandmother, Lena Horne. Respected her and told me so. You seemed sincere. Now watch this. Get your popcorn, Veronia. Ramona, get some popcorn before you go over to the thing, because I don't know if they have any over there. Watch this. You pursued me lightly, on and off, over a course of years, saying you had a thing for little yellow girls. Me. I rebuffed. It wasn't deep, as far as I knew. It was never a big deal. You had, I assumed, many women in your orbit. Watch this. Once, you sent me 250 balloons with the note, please, baby, 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 after a character in a movie, in a Spike Lee movie. It was light, fun, and flattering. We continued to socialize in the same places. We continued to have a large group of mutual friends. One night, circa 1991, when I was around 24, I was at a restaurant called Indochine. I had worked there when I was 17 as the coat check girl, and I enjoyed returning. I still knew some of the staff at this point and felt quite comfortable there. I remember I was wearing one of the Azzedine Alaya tops. She's not playing with him. She said I was wearing one of the Azzedine Alaya tops that were everywhere that year, and hoop earrings. I think it was cool enough for a jacket because I remember being glad I had a jacket by the end of that night. You had a car and a driver that evening. Sometime later, you offered me a ride to my home. I said sure. During the making of the Run DMC movie, I had been in vans with you and other crew members. I don't recall having accepted a ride home alone with you before that night. At no time that night did I say, Russell, I will go home with you, or come home with me, or I will have sex with you, or I have the desire to have sex with you. I believe it was an SUV because I recall having to step up into the car. I don't know about makes or models. I think the driver was already in the car. I got into the car with you. The driver began to drive. I assumed you knew where I lived because you had sent me 250 balloons, but I gave the driver my address on 19th Street and 2nd Avenue. You said to the driver, no. I didn't understand, so I said, Russell? I said again to the driver, 19th Street. Again, you said to the driver, no. Then the car doors locked. It was loud. The noise made me jump. I didn't recognize you at that moment. It was disorienting. It was disorienting. She said it twice. I say it twice now because you said no twice then. I couldn't open the doors. I couldn't open the windows. The car was moving. The driver did not stop. He did not take me to 19th Street. He took me to your apartment. I didn't try to kick the windows out. I didn't punch or kick. I didn't say, "What are you doing?" My voice left me after the second no. I felt dread and disorientation. I wanted to go home. I said I wanted to go home. I didn't recognize the man next to me. I didn't know if the situation would turn violent. I remember thinking that I must be crazy. I remember hoping that the Russell I knew would return at any moment. Then she says, the car stopped at the curb. I don't recall the street. I recall the driver opening the door from the outside and you behind me. I was between the two of you, not wedged, just in the space between you. I remember exchanging a look with the driver. He was unreadable. It was chilly out. It was me and these two men. I felt dread. I was tremulous, off my feet. I felt an intense need to keep both of you calm. Was there a time or a space to run? I have no idea. Would somebody else have run? I have no idea. There were two men, one of whom obeyed the other. It was an overwhelming feeling. There was no well-lit lobby or doorman at the entrance we used. I would guess it was not the main entrance to the building. I believe there was a door from the street level that opened into a space beneath the residential area of the building, in which there was a small back elevator. If I am wrong about the layout, then I am wrong. There were two men and I was afraid. Catch that. She says, if I am wrong about the layout, then I am wrong. There were two men and I was afraid. Be clear about that. So I may be wrong about the layout, but there were two men and I was afraid. You didn't punch me, drag me, or verbally threaten me. You used your size to maneuver me quickly into the elevator. I said, wait. I felt dread. I was very, very sad. I didn't know if the driver was a further threat or an ally. I was both relieved and terrified when he did not get into the elevator. Alone in the elevator, you pressed me into the corner with your body, your hands, and your mouth. The elevator did not stop on the way to your apartment. I was moved very quickly inside. I recall hearing the apartment door close behind us. I saw no one else. I recall you were behind me. I was still hoping the Russell I knew would reappear, as I could not recognize the man moving me deeper into the apartment, the man who said no to his driver twice. You moved me into a bedroom. I said, wait. You said nothing. I made the trade in my mind. I thought, just keep him calm and you'll go home. Maybe another person would have thought differently or not made the trade. It was dark, but not pitch dark black. You closed the door. At that point, I simply did what I was told. There was penetration. Let me say that again. There was penetration. At one point, you were only semi-erect and appeared frustrated. Angry? She put a question mark. I remember being afraid that you would deem that my fault and become violent. I did not know if you were angry, but I was afraid that you were. I desperately wanted to keep the situation from escalating. I wanted you to feel that I was not going to be difficult. I wanted to stay as contained as I could. You told me to turn over on my stomach. You told me to turn over on my stomach. You said something about a part of my body. You did not ejaculate inside me. When it was over, I got my clothes and quickly went down in the elevator by myself. You didn't try to stop me. I went home in a taxi. I was grateful to be secure in my home. I never told anyone this story until October 27th of this year, after the Harvey Weinstein story was in the news, but weeks before the first public claims were made against you. When I told a girlfriend from childhood. So then she quotes a line from his statement, right? Abusing women in any way, shape, or form violates the very core of my being. She continues by saying, we encountered each other socially many times after that night. We had a score of mutual friends. We may have been photographed proximately or together. The dynamic between us was different, muted. I never sought you out, nor did I run from a place or event upon seeing you. I feel confident in saying we nodded at each other, said hello. I strove for an effect of normalcy. And I never said anything to you about that night. You have never said anything to me. Specifically, we see each other at the Vanity Fair party after the Academy Awards in 2005. Bitch, she got dates, times, locations, people, clothing. The year my father won the Lifetime Achievement Award. I saw you again at the NAACP Image Awards briefly in 2009. I believe you were there with your daughters. We both accepted awards that night. I encountered you at a party in Los Angeles before the 2011 Academy Awards, during which there was a planned tribute to my grandmother, Lena Horne, who had just passed away. These were events that were supposed to be happy, and they were tainted. I don't recall ever meeting any of the women who have spoken out against you, Russell, but I can't leave those women twisting in the wind. Maybe the recalling of this incident can be helpful. I don't know if it can. I have built a life. Watch this. I have built a life in the past 25 years and a reputation in my industry. Remember I told you she writes for television. I need no one to have this visualization of me. I will, like the others, lose work because of this. I realized how privileged I am to be able to risk that. I have children. I'm aware that every mistake, act of thoughtlessness, hypocrisy, or cruelty I've committed in my 50 years will be excavated, and they'll see all of it. Let me stop right there. Do you understand what she's saying right here? That's important, and I want to stop there because I'm going to keep going, but it's important to stop there because what she's saying is, because she comes from this family, they obviously got some money. She's a screenwriter. She's won awards and shit. So she has the comfort to be able to speak out, knowing that it will risk her career, but she has the luxury to be able to speak up because she has a little nest egg. So even if she doesn't work again, she's good. But the fact is, that's why a lot of women don't come out, because they know that the media is going to dig out all of your skeletons. They have nothing to do with this, but they're going to try to assassinate your character. So let me give you that again. I have built a life in the past 25 years and a reputation in my industry. I need no one to have this visualization of me. I will, like the others, lose work because of this. I realize how privileged I am to be able to risk that. I have children. I'm aware that every mistake, act of thoughtlessness, hypocrisy, or cruelty that I've committed in my 50 years will be excavated, and they'll see it. There is so much guilt and so much shame there is an excruciating internal reckoning. As a woman of color, watch this. As a woman of color, I cannot express how wrenching it is to write this about a successful man of color. So many black women, and I learned this when posting about this kind of thing, so many black women said a lot of times this shit happens, but they don't say anything because they don't want to take down another black man, especially a successful black man. So they suffer in silence. Again, shame about who I was years ago, choices made years ago. So she's saying, wow, in this very moment, I feel a pang to protect your daughters. I don't think you are inclined to protect mine. Let me tell you something. She wrote the shit out of this letter. She says, in this very moment, while she's writing this letter, she's saying, I feel the need to protect your daughters, but I don't think you're inclined to protect mine. And so the reason that is so powerful is because she chose to suffer because she don't want to expose him, to take him down in terms of his career, or to make him look bad in front of his own daughters. So then the Hollywood Reporter says, in response to this article that she wrote, Simmons responded that he is stepping down from his various businesses to commit myself, quote, to commit myself to continuing my personal growth, spiritual learning, and above all, to listening. So here's his full statement. I have been informed with great anguish of Jenny Lumet's recollection about our night together in 1991. I know Jenny and her family and have seen her several times over the years since the evening she described. While her memory of that evening is very different from mine, it is now clear to me that her feelings of fear and intimidation are real. While I have never been violent, girl, but she didn't say you were violent. She said you weren't violent. That didn't mean that it was warranted. I have never been violent. I have been thoughtless and insensitive in some of my relationships over many decades, and I sincerely apologize. This is a time of great transition. The voices of the voiceless, those who have been hurt or shamed, deserve and need to be heard. As the corridors of power inevitably make way for a new generation, I don't want to be a distraction, so I am removing myself from the businesses that I founded. The companies will now be run by a new and diverse generation of extraordinary executives who are moving the culture and consciousness forward. I will convert the studio for yogic science, that's his yoga studio, into a not-for-profit center of learning and healing. As for me, I will step aside and commit myself to continuing my personal growth, spiritual learning, and above all, to listening. And that's what he said. Baby, all I can tell you is, I want to know what's the conversation he's had with his daughters about all of this. What's the conversation that he's had with his ex-wife, Kimora? Not that he owes her an explanation, but it's like when you think you knew a person, just when you think you knew a person, and, you know, while I'm on this little conversation, I think that it's important to be said, men have been sexually assaulted too. I told y'all before about the supervisor at my job years ago. How she used to say shit to me, and she used to bend over in front of me, put her ass up on me. She'd be like, "Oh boy, I would tear that dick up." Like, she would say shit like that, just all inappropriate, in front of other employees, and they would just laugh, and I would laugh because I thought she was cool. But what I've realized, and somebody said this in the thread, in fact, it was Carolyn. Carolyn Wood said this in my thread. She said, men don't always talk. Carolyn said, I have crossed that line many times. But men don't talk because it's a compliment. It's a compliment when a woman, "Oh, Carter, you new here? Oh, girl, yeah, I told that story before." My supervisor would come up to me and she was like, boy, I would fuck the shit out of you. She said, you fine as shit. She was like, you just need the right pussy. Mind you, she wasn't even cute. She wasn't cute. And she would get up by me and she would put her ass, she would bend over in front of me and she put her ass down, like right on my dick print. Like oh my gosh, she was something else. But I thought she was cool. She was funny. We were cool. But truly, I could have sued the shit out of them. If all of this was going on now, I could have sued the shit out of them. Oh, I did a demonstration and everything the last time, how she did it, how she used to do it. But we got to define this line. Oh, at work. She used to do this at work. I know, no more passage. So y'all better be careful. Be careful what you posting on social media. Be careful. Be careful. I ain't playing with y'all. Be careful. Be careful what y'all posting on your social media. You know, you just got to protect yourself. You just got to be careful because they moving this line all over the place. I don't even know where the line is. So just be careful. And make your privacy settings on your social media. Listen, don't be adding people at your job, okay? They don't need to know all that. You keep them as work friends. They ain't got to know what's going on at your concerts that you videoing and stuff. So here's the thing. This is the last thing I'm gonna say, because I got work to do. When I tell you, your ego will have you texting and calling a bitch repeatedly. I just had a moment today and I thought about the person I was in my 20s. And I was like, it's a beautiful thing to get older. Now, I wasn't abusing anybody's phone today. But what I'm saying is, I had a thought about who I was in my 20s. And I remember telling you guys before, you know how like when you're not used to being rejected? And I'm not saying that in a cocky kind of way. But you know how you know your power? You know what I'm saying? You know your power, like when you date and you meet and you know somebody like you, and you know what I'm saying? But sometimes your power doesn't work. And I was saying this to a friend of mine the other day. I said, you ever like be interested in somebody? And no, that's not happening with me right now. But I said to one of my friends the other day, I said, you ever been interested in somebody, but they just weren't interested in you? And you just like, damn, why my magic ain't working? Why my power ain't working, right? See, when you're in your 20s, that ego will have you trying to win them over, right? Oh, no, he gonna like me. Fuck that shit. This motherfucker just don't know who I am yet. Let me, but some people just aren't gonna be interested, okay? But I remember when I was in my 20s, he gonna like me. Let me text him again. And then you make excuses. Oh, he probably just didn't see my text. No, he's ignoring you because he's not interested. Everybody can't be interested in you, Craig. Everybody's not gonna be interested. Okay, just leave it alone. Okay, you can't get everybody. Okay, that's what you got to tell your ego. You got to learn how to talk yourself off the ledge. See, some of y'all in y'all 40s and y'all still doing that shit. Everybody's not gonna be interested. And so my rule is, and I think this is in the book of quotes, delete the number before you abuse the number. Somebody needed that word tonight. Delete the number before you abuse the number. Because it's your ego that has you texting and calling. That's your ego. Sometimes your ego finds it difficult to accept the fact that somebody don't want you, that you just can't handle a no. That's your ego. Don't keep texting the motherfucker. He saw your text. And stop making excuses. He saw it. He's ignoring it. No, I ain't do that to Carrington. Remember, I put Carrington on silent lunch. I did it too. I read a piece for the book that I haven't released yet. It's a book that I'm writing now called Book of Jewels. And I read a piece to you guys a while ago about the PhD student. Remember, I read that piece, and he was working on his PhD, and I would call him and call. I would leave message after message. Baby, if he ain't returned your call, stop calling. But, I was in my 20s, And I was calling and calling. And it took one day for him to say to me, baby, I had to put Carrington on silent lunch. Ramona and all of the new people, and Carter, silent lunch means when you put a bitch on freeze, when you just ain't talking to them no more. You put them on silent lunch. Yes, don't be too available. So I kept calling this guy, and I kept making all these excuses for why he wasn't calling me back. And so it's just like, let me tell you about my crazy back in the day. See, I'm telling you something wonderful about turning 41. I'm telling you that shift happens when you're about 30. When you're about 30, you start to shift. Let me tell you something about Carrington. When we were going out, this is when we were in it, and we started hitting that little rough patch. And I had my own place, and then he had his own place. This is after we had lived together and everything, and my ass had moved out. I shouldn't have moved out. But anyway, I moved out. And I remember one day, I went over to his place, and here I am putting my hand, look. I'm putting my hand on the hood of the car to see if he had moved the car. Trying to see if the car was warm. Let me see if he'd have left this house. I done went to the parking deck and put my hand on the... Yes, Valerie. Carrington started blowing me up. But see, you gotta put a bitch on silent lunch first for them to... They gotta know they need you. Give them a chance to call. But the guy that I was calling relentlessly was a graduate student. And it wasn't until one day I saw him in person. And he was like, just because I'm not responding to you in the way that other guys have in the past, doesn't mean I'm not interested. Stop making assumptions. And he had introduced me to this book called The 4 Agreements. That's one of the 4 agreements. Don't make assumptions. Another one is, don't take anything personally. And he was like, I do like you. I'm working on my PhD. But see, I was 26. I ain't had no job. I was writing a play. I didn't have like a day job. I was writing a play. So I had all this time on my hands. Somebody in here right now tearing somebody's cell phone up, texting and carrying on all day. Stop texting that man or woman all day long. They don't text you back, then damn them. Now, you guys have a good night tonight. The Hey Girl Hey shirts should be coming to you. If you haven't gotten them today or yesterday or today, you they should be there tomorrow or the day after that. The Don't Get Gathered shirts, yes, Don Luis Miguel. Yes, Kimberly Michelle, that's the author of that book. The Don't Get Gathered t-shirts and hoodies and V-necks and scoop necks, they're available now. The link is up there. I'm going to drop it down here in this caption and pin it. If you're going to order my books, I have 3. They're available through Amazon, all of the e-readers, and of course, you can order them through me directly, and I will sign them and ship them to you. Send me that change through the Cash App. One book is $20. I cover the shipping. If you're going to get 2 books, they're $18 each, so that's $36. If you're going to get all 3, that's $54, and I'll still cover the shipping. Thank you, Ramona. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 o'clock sharp. Don't come here late, because if you're late, just make sure you have a sensible shoe on, Ramona. What did George Zimmerman say? Hope. Oh, about Jay-Z? About Jay-Z doing this, Jay-Z is doing a film or something about Trayvon Martin? He has something to say about that? Is that what you're talking about? Oh, that's what I needed to say to y'all. The smokers. Make sure, December 24th, Sandra, that's your last day to smoke. Everybody else, you got December 31st to come up off them cigarettes. Those are actual days. Those are not business days. Okay? If you're going to come up off the meat, try to do it gradually, you know. And I feel amazing after I came up off that meat, and I don't get the desires or urges to eat the meat. I don't. But you got to make sure you're getting your protein intake. I do a pea protein. I do a smoothie every day, twice. I eat a lot of beans, so I do like a 4 or 5 bean chili. I eat a lot of lentils. You know, just shit like that. Like, you got to find you some shit Oh, I could have called in that, because I'm starting to get hungry again. But anyway, make sure you paying attention to what you're doing, so you ain't walking around here looking all emaciated and gaunt. Okay? People walking around here thinking, does she have cancer? What's wrong with her? Her head is so big. She's like a little bobble doll. What's wrong with her? Rochelle, come up off that meat now, that chicken. That chicken. If you got inflammation in your body, your joints and shit aching, chicken causes a lot of inflammation. Come up off of it for about a month and see how your body change. Okay? Brush your teeth tonight, Ramona. Did somebody give Ramona a toothbrush? Because she done ran up out of here so quick. We need to make sure her gums are healthy before she come back in here tomorrow or the night after that. And did somebody tell her about the sensible shoes just in case she's late coming in, because she might have to stand up one night? Brush your teeth, floss, brush your tongue, get you a tongue scraper. Say your prayers. Get down on your knees. Not to suck dick. Get down on your knees to say your prayers. Get down on your knees to say prayers. You're getting down on your knees to say your prayers. You're not getting down to suck dick. After you say your prayers, you get into bed, then you suck the dick. Or eat the coochie. Because I know it's some girl on girl action going on in here. Okay? If you're going to rock the mic, say your prayers first. Don't brush your teeth first, because you open up the orifices in your mouth, and you're prone to disease that way, especially if he pre-comes. So don't brush your teeth before you suck his dick or eat her coochie. Do that and then go and brush your teeth and make sure you floss, especially if they don't manscape or do a bikini wax, because you probably have hairs and shit all in your mouth and stuff. So just make sure you take care of that after the fact. And then, but before you suck it or eat it, get you some chapstick and go across your lips like this. So your lips, how your lips be cracking and shit. You don't want to scrape the dick going down with like your cracked lips, and you definitely don't want your lips to crack the other lip, the coochie lip. So get you a nice little spread of lip moisture, whatever you're gonna use, and then do it that way. Okay. My podcast is free. It's called So Much to Say. Ramona, are you still in there? It's available in Spotify, SoundCloud, Google Play, Stitcher, TuneIn. This is free. Hit the subscribe button. I drop a new podcast every single Monday morning at 10 o'clock. They archive. So even though I've been podcasting since May 1st, you can go back and listen to the old ones and catch up. You can share it with your friends. You can share it on your social media. And when I come on here Monday through Friday at 9 o'clock, we talk about all kind of shit. You see, I got my little list right here. But on the podcast, each episode is dedicated to something specific. So we did one on black hair. I talked to 2 black women. One was natural. One is a hairstylist. And I asked them, is it cultural appropriation? Yes, hit the subscribe button. Thank you, Rochelle. And hit the button up here, too, so you'll get your notifications so you know when I come on live. They be worrying the shit out of me. Like, all they got to do is hit their notification. And they be like, well, what you doing on here? Girl, hit your notifications. You'll know when I'm on there. Got to keep saying that to them. Ooh, they hard-headed. But anyway, we did a podcast called Black Hair. And I talked to 2 women. One was natural. One is a hairstylist. And I asked them, is it cultural appropriation when black women relax their hair or blonde their hair? Because, we always talk about white folks stealing our culture. Okay, so are y'all stealing culture when y'all do that? So we had a really good conversation about that. We did another one. We talked about the word nigger. Amy, don't get sensitive. Tanya Deitzig, don't get sensitive. I know y'all white. Don't say it. I'm just saying that's the name of the podcast. I can't be responsible for if Tanya Deitzig or Amy get fucked up in here trying to say nigger after I done said it. What? She was just talking about the podcast. Well, she need to say the N-word podcast. That's what she need to say. Or the Black People podcast. Yeah, that's what she need to say. There's a way to dance around saying it. No, I'm gonna tell you why white people want to say nigga, because they think they own everything and they think they get the privilege of saying the word nigga. No, I don't give a damn about you saying that black people shouldn't say it either. Let me tell you something. All cultures have words within their communities that are controversial. Gay men say things that are controversial that everybody else should not say. We say fag, we say sissy, we say queen, but that doesn't mean that y'all get to say it. Lesbians can say dyke, bull dagger, carpet muncher, but that don't mean y'all get to say it. Asian people probably say stuff like slant eye or whatever they say. Jewish people definitely say shit. Puerto Rican, Hispanic people, they say things. All cultures have, or all communities, I should say, have words that are hot button words. It's acceptable within the community. That doesn't mean that you can go outside of that community and say it. So I can't stand when people say, well, black people shouldn't say it either. Well, bitch, when Italians and Jewish people stop saying things to each other, then you tell us that. Yes, carpet muncher. That's a derogatory word for a lesbian. And don't you go saying that, because if a lesbian popped the shit out of you, it ain't my fault. I'm not responsible. Okay? So again, Tanya Disick and Amy and anybody else in here that's non-black, don't say that. But we got a podcast called Nigga. So when you sharing that podcast, you just say, oh, there's a podcast called The N-Word. Yeah. But yeah, we had some really good conversations up there. So, oh, this is what I want to know. Do you guys think that I should release a podcast on Christmas Day, because that's a Monday, and New Year's Day? Should I release a podcast? Because I was going to wait until after the holiday. So Christmas is this coming Monday. So should I drop a new podcast in the Monday after? Or should I just take off? Are y'all going to be listening? Yes, I should drop a podcast. Okay, y'all saying yes. Okay, I'll drop a podcast on Monday. Okay, all right, I'll drop them on Christmas and New Year's. All right, so let me let y'all go so y'all can suck y'all dick and eat your coochie and stuff. So, and then brush your teeth. Now, listen, now if you go to sleep after you done ate booty and suck dick, then Ramona, the other thing, you got to remember to bring your earphones in here, because see, I sometimes talk greasy, and if you got children in there, girl, I would hate to grow your children up too quickly. I would hate to grow your children up too quickly. Okay, so if you about to go to bed and eat coochie, or munch a little trade, that's another word for suck dick, munch trade. If you're gonna munch on some trade, or rock the mic, or eat some booty, brush your teeth after. Like, don't go to sleep on that tongue. Please listen, because I don't know what kind of bacteria would fester overnight, like in your tongue, like all in your throat and stuff. So like, Hope said she might miss her family. Now, Hope, you don't have to miss your family. The podcast drops at 10 a.m. and you can listen to it whenever. Like, you driving in the car. Some of y'all might be going on a road trip. You can listen to the podcast like that through your car. Just, attach your device to your car speaker or whatever. All right, so I'm hungry. I'm going to go ahead and get my little grilled sweet potatoes. And, right. All right, so shout out to everybody that suck dick and eat coochie. And I'll see y'all tomorrow. Where's what decoration? Oh, I don't do all of that. That's a pagan holiday. Now, y'all might celebrate Christmas, but I ain't doing all of that. No, I'm just playing. I expect my Christmas gifts. Have a good night.